Hi all, it's Fionna Gossling from Royal LePage with an update as to what happened in Oakville real estate in July 2022. So I apologize, I'm a little bit late on getting this out. The stats always go up on my website about a week after. That's when the Toronto Real Estate Board releases the numbers and we go through and analyze them and compile them. But sometimes I'm a little bit late with the video. So here's what happened this month, or July 2022. We had 162 units sell. That is the lowest number of transactions that has happened this year. In January, we had 163 transactions. But the reason we only had 163 transactions in January was because there was no inventory. There was only 116 units for people to buy. In July, we had 162 sales, but we had 543 units for people to choose from. So there's a lot more option there for buyers. It works out to 2.4 months of inventory on the market. And our average sale price is down from the very, very peak, which was March, but it is up month over month. So when there's only 162 units that sell, there really aren't enough data points to make the statistics totally noteworthy, or you have to take them with a bit of a grain of salt and look at the overall trend here. But you can see that we are having a little bit of a price adjustment, and it appears to be leveling out. If you look May, June, July. And also keeping in mind, we should be looking at the median sale prices as well, which is hovering around that same 1.240, 1.250 kind of price point. And our days on market have increased. Now, if you want to compare month over month, which is what we should be looking at because the news headlines can be quite terrifying, you can see that our number of sales are down 50% July 2021 over July 2022, and there's far more inventory for people to choose from. However, our average sale price is still up 7%. So if you are buying or selling a house in July 2022, you are still 7% more expensive than you're worth 7% more in July 2022 than you would have been in July 2021. It's that all of that craziness that we saw in the earlier part of this year has really come back down. Of course, you always have to break it down and look at average sale price, days on market, and that sort of thing for detached homes versus townhouses and condos, and depending on what it is you're trying to buy. That's important information to look at. So we had 182 sales in detached homes, 58 townhouse sales, and 22 condo sales. By far, the condo sales, there's the most number of condos for people to choose from, and the fewest amount of sales. So there's 5 months of inventory there, which is buyer's market in condos. Detached homes are shifting into a buyer's market, and townhouses are still a seller's market there. The next few slides, I'm not going to go through them. They're always on my website, and they're showing our 3-year trend for detached homes, and it's showing both the average sale price and the median sale price. If you wanted to take some time and have a look at those, you can see that our average sale price is still up year over year, right the way along. And I break down in terms of detached, freehold townhouses, condominium townhouses, and apartments, condos. This slide just goes through and talks about months of inventory, talks about number of transactions per neighborhood, because real estate is a local game. So if you were specifically interested in what's happening in your neighborhood, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to go through the details with you. If you want to have a look at this in more detail, it can all be found on my website. Hope you're doing well, and I'll check back in just a few weeks now because I'm so tardy with this. Take care.